What's up, everybody? Traxxas Mike from My RC Life. Snow's a little deep out there. The only thing I can really maybe go through is the X-Max, so it's kind of like an indoor shop time thing today. And today we pull out the Toyota Tundra Highlift. I got it as a kit. I've added a lot of stuff to it. Custom, I did all the airbrushing myself. Everything on this truck I've done myself. They kind of took a back seat a little while back when the brushless ESC kind of sometimes would work and sometimes wouldn't. So I ended up pulling that motor out, and this is what we got now. Yes, it looks like a mess, but that's because it's been shelved for a couple years. What I was thinking is when I bought my rally car, it had this XL5 speed controller in it with this 12-turn 550 Titan. Now, the brushless motor in here, it was just way too crazy. With the 3-speed transmission and all that, it was just way too much for the truck. But I figure this brush motor ought to be pretty good. So that's what I want to do today is get this installed in here. Now, first things first. The old Traxxas Valenian motor, when I would put it in here, I had to actually take there's a plastic end bell on it. I had to take that off for it to clear. And I'm going to have to do something for clearance for this motor too. See, because it'll go in and stuff. But right there, this part right here, I'm going to have to trim that a little bit. And that is where my light kit controller goes also. So I can't trim it too much. Time lapse. What I'm doing right now is using my Dremel to cut a little bit of that space I showed you. And be careful not to cut too deep into your transmission gears. Alright, so I got enough trimmed off there. So I can now slide the motor in, and we got clearance from the back there. In the back there. Alright, we're going to go with this 16-tooth pinion gear on here. Now this one's going to have to go on backwards like this, not this way.
Searching for your brother-in-law, as I understand. Your brother-in-law? Yes, sir.
One thing I'm noticing right away is right here, you'll see where the old Tamiya motor would sit in this footprint right here. Alright? And it's dished down in a shape like that to hold the radius of that motor. Well, as you can see, this one exceeds that. Like my motor, this Traxxas motor, the end bell don't stop here. It stops about back here. So we're also going to have to get a little bit of clearance right here, which is no big deal. We can just hit it with the Dremel really quick. Just a little bit of light trimming. Do not go too deep. Alright, now, as you can see, there is enough room for that end belt to clear. Now, be really careful here, guys, because you can tap into your transmission insides. See what I did there? I got a little too deep right there. So I'm going to want to fill that with a little spot of hot glue. Making sure the little pieces of plastic don't go inside the transmission. Get the hot glue gun warmed up. Now I'm going to find a couple screws to go in there to mount up the motor. Hi, Trixie. And of course, we always got RC Trixie right here with us. Yeah, she's the RCing dog. Yeah, you're an RC dog, aren't you? You'd like to chase these. Yeah. Remember when you were a puppy and you used to dig this one out of the dirt? Yeah, this is one of your bursts. Mwah! Good dog. All right, run along. Nope, she ain't running along. She wants to sit right in here and work with Dad, huh? All right, so I'm looking for a couple short ones. You don't want them long. Man, my screw selection is dwindling fast. That one screws in nice and easy. So does that one. Now the problem with having screws too long is they'll actually screw in, hit the rotating parts of your motor, stopping it so it wouldn't roll around anymore. Today we're gonna learn how to shorten a screw. All right, now lock her in that pair of vice grips. Now, if you're grinding, like I'm gonna grind on this grinding wheel right here, this old hand cranker. You don't want to grind with the vice grips like this, because with this wheel rolling down, it's just going to kick your screw side down like that. What you want to do is tip the vice grips this way. See, now that screw ain't going to go up or push down. Okay, now I'm going to say I want to take about a third of this screw, remove the threads from it. All right, here we go. Now, at the end, you'll see there's a burr right there, and you have to get rid of that. If you can do several different things. You can file it off lightly. Turn your file at a 45, and just kind of, you can see it starting to roll off there. See that? A hand grinder can do the same, like a, one that you plug into the wall, like a 4-inch grinder, or a little Dremel like I use. You can use one of those. For these little jobs though, a lot of times I just like to use a file. Or you can even do this, like that, and then, faster speeds, and maybe use both hands. But yeah, you get the point. All right, so our hot glue is warmed up here. And you don't want to put a bunch of this, because the glue will get heavy and it'll drip down into the transmission case. So what I like to do is just put maybe a little bit, covering just the top, and let that harden up. Okay, so now we got our shortened screw. We got our little transmission issue fixed there. We clogged it, we filled it. Now I can tell right away that screw is too long. My motor is locked up. As you can see, I can't even turn that motor. Okay, so I need to shorten the screws up even more. All right, back to the hand grinder. There, now it's a bit shorter. Okay, now, ooh, it's still a little bit warm. Now you'll see our screws are shortened up substantially from what they were. Instead of taking a third off of them, I took about a half of the length off of them. Now it's spinning, but I can are still too long. It's just barely starting to touch. It's just barely touching the rotating assembly of that motor. So I need to take them down even a little bit more. By golly, it'll fit now. I'm hoping it does anyways. There we go. Now it's spinning freely. If you're having a rough time getting one of them started, I pull the motor out and I screw the screws all the way into the hole and then back out. And sometimes that can help. Oh, that's the kind of perfect mesh I like. Can you hear it? I actually like to feel and hear that small little click of the gears against each other to barely be able to see it move. Okay, we got the pivoting screw tight, the adjustment screw tight. Let's check the mesh one more time. See, now after I tightened it, look at the extra gap we got now. That's too much. Sometimes after you tighten the motor up, it will tighten or loosen your mesh. Now, I didn't really tighten them Allen bolts up really tight, so I'm going to go over to the left side of this motor and just with this pair of vice grips or a light hammer, soft hammer, whatever, give it just a couple little taps. Okay, I didn't move it all yet. A little bit harder. It's getting better. All right, guys, we're going to call that good. Okay, so now I kind of am interested to see if this old girl still drives and if the lights work and all that crap. So, temporarily, I'm going to kind of rig this in here. Take these wires out. Put my light kit Velcroed in there kind of a little bit. Hook up the black and the red. It's going to have a brushed motor in it. It hasn't had a brushed motor in it since it was brand new. I went to brushless really quick. Okay, so we got that in. Let's power it up. Okay, so it's on. I'll have this bolted down. That's why it kind of looks a little funky, probably. Alright, let's take a right hand turn. Oh, yeah. Left. Okay, and we go forward. Oh, yeah. See them fog lights? Them are actually supposed to be in the back, and they're supposed to be for reverse lights. I can see the underbody lights are working. I got something like that, so it makes the whole the inside of the truck kind of glow at night. Can't really see it right now very well, but all right, guys, I'm kind of excited to have this old girl on its way to getting out there and playing again. And now she's back in first gear. Let's try second. Oh. And third. Oh yeah, all the gears are working. See how I got it? Is all the way, it's kind of crappy. You got to hold it all the way to the left, and that's first, which is really low, so it's kind of like a low range. Then in the middle, that's second gear, like your medium gear, and that's kind of like the all-around everything gear. Then all the way to the right, that's road gear, and that's your fast gear. It ain't too hard to drive like that. You just got to hold all the way to the left and then up and down, you know. There's second. And third. All right, guys. So happy to have this thing kind of back together. I can't wait for some upcoming projects. Oh! Here's the best part. Oh, it still works! I wonder if it's still just as strong as it was. Let's see if I can hold my finger here. If I can just hold the finger and push up on the winch controller. Oh yeah. Sweet. Okay, guys, so this girl has got a lot of work not a lot of work. This girl's got a little bit more work until she's back on the road and ripping it up. So if you like this truck and you want to see more of it on the channel and more videos of updates to it and things of that nature, or if you want to know all the accessories and things I may have on the truck, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, that's all for today. I'm Traxxas Mike from IRC Life, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.